Hi everyone, I'm David Griffin, joined by Joshua Yell, and we're here to talk about Batman number 50, the big wedding issue to end all other wedding. Wait, maybe I'm taking it a little too far.
Maybe.
Let's step back a little bit. Joshua, set it up for us.
Okay, so first thing, full spoilers for this issue for Batman number 50, the big wedding issue. And I'm just gonna cut right to the end. Batman and Catwoman did not get married. And the reason is that Catwoman decided, through this whole process of leading up to the wedding, she was trying to decide, am I a hero? Can I be heroic? And what she saw was that Batman, if he's happy, he won't be Batman. And so she's decided that, hey, if I am going to be a hero, heroes make sacrifices, so I have to not marry Batman and give up our love, make that heroic sacrifice of giving up what would make me happy, and so Gotham will still have its protector who dresses like a bat.
Joshua, with all the hype behind this issue, one, it's got the number 50, so that's a big number right there. We also know it's a wedding issue. You have that gorgeous cover. It looks like we're going to see a wedding. So going into reading this, were you thinking we're gonna see a wedding and they need to get married? And then of course you get to the end. What did that do for you? Were you disappointed by this?
I actually was pretty disappointed. Of course, these are superhero comic book weddings we're talking about. Something usually always goes wrong. Marvel even had their own wedding between Kitty Pryde and Colossus a couple weeks ago. And spoiler, that one didn't work out either, okay? So we're kind of trained to expect something to go horribly wrong. This wasn't like a super villain, sabotaging the wedding or time travel or anything like that. This was just two humans just making really important decisions about their lives. So it was interesting in that regard that it was very much her own decision and not an outside influence making the wedding go awry. But what ultimately did make me upset was that the fact that they remain unmarried kind of doesn't sit well with me, because I would have liked to have seen what happened if they did get married. I find it's not. I don't think it's predictable for them to have gotten married. I think that's something we've never seen, a married Batman. That's just something we haven't seen. I would love to have seen that stretch out for an arc, a year or 2 years, however long. I think that would have been new ground for Batman to cover. How would Batman be married? And it wouldn't be the normal sort of superhero marriage thing where you normally marry, the man marries a civilian, right? A woman who can't take care of herself and needs to be saved. Catwoman does not need any saving.
No.
And also a big, thing from the previous Batman run, the New 52 Batman run, for as great as it was, had barely any romance at all. And in fact, the writer of that run, Scott Snyder, always said, he's not heterosexual, Batman is Gotham sexual, because he loves his city.
He's all about Gotham.
Right? He barely had any interest in women in that series. But this one, it has just been this epic superhero love story that Tom King has been crafting for 50 issues now. That said, he did go on Twitter and he said, this is issue 50. This is the middle of a 100 issue run that's all about Batman and Catwoman's romance, about their love. So the story's not over yet. So maybe they'll find something that fits them better than marriage. Marriage is for, just kind of normal people, right? But these are superheroes who live atypical lives, and maybe marriage isn't what's right for them. Maybe there's gonna be a different way for them to, express their love for each other and still be together. But for now, they're not together. Catwoman's out on her own solo series in a different city. But yeah, so ultimately, not happy, but very curious to see where it goes.
I'm in agreement with you, Joshua. I would have liked to have seen them try it out. At least see Batman and Catwoman get married, a couple issues, like you said, maybe a year or two. But like you were saying, it's not the end of the story, so
yeah.
we're going to get more. So maybe they will tie the knot at some point down the road. Joshua, what did you think about the overall issue? There's a lot of interesting details in here. A lot of guest artists show up. There's some beautiful full pages. It's like looking at a bunch of different comic book covers that I would love to own the art to.
Oh, absolutely. They really went all out. This is a bonus size, extra sized, anniversary issue. They really went all out, and because they had the main story, which is by Mikel Janin, whose art is gorgeous as it is, but then they had these full-page cover-esque images that showed Batman and Catwoman through the years and how their evolution of not just their costumes, but their love and their romance from when they first met to now. And they had a different artist from Batman, past, present, future, come in and they had a Frank Miller page and everything. So it was really cool. Like, this issue alone is just a collector's, just any Batman fan's dream. So they really did a great job. And I know I'm kind of knocking on the issue a little bit, but it's just because I'm a huge comic book fan and I love these things and I have really strong opinions. and if I'm not complaining about the comics, then what kind of comic book fan am I?
Well, that's what we think of the wedding. Let us know what you thought in the comments. And for more on DC, be sure to check out our Wonder Woman 2 Villain Explainer piece and find out which Justice League comic is going to scratch that Avengers Infinity War itch for you. And be sure to like and subscribe to IGN everywhere you like to watch.